Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a play fake here on first down. And it's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Going for the deep ball. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess.
Let's go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Looking deep for who? Got the man. It's caught inside the 10. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So 1st and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. Ryan will throw again. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Trubisky with the give to Howard. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
And then you've got options on 2nd down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top.
2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs. Right back to him on 1st down. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. It's his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a 1st down, too. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Trubisky on 1st down. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They've become a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that. He said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw it on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And a nice spin into some open field. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, Freeman. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That one good for 10 yards. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it. And boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup. And guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up the first down.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. 1st and 10 right at the 20.
Get up!
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Get up! Right! 54, south! Right! Ready, set!
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. Flushed out right. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. Ryan to Jones, the Falcon connection there for a first.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
They'll run here with Freeman. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. And it's up and good. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But with whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, Trubisky, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tack McKinley in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
It's taken to the 26. Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. And here now come the Falcons. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I will continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. After the penalty, here's Freeman. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability. Bryant's extra point up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. On 1st down, Trubisky. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. After the interception, here's Ryan. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. But the Falcons were able to recover, so they will keep possession.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Julio Jones all alone. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Jones. 77 yards. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky. And this one's incomplete.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have, it's chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions maybe in the back of his mind. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Out of the gun, Trubisky looking deep for Gabriel. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Desmond Trufant, and they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more, but a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
22! Gun, gun, gun! 27!
Now Ryan on 2nd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. 1st down. This time Ryan will throw. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. A big-time play there for the Falcons. 42 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Coleman. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
On 2nd down, Ryan. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. The Falcons on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike is 21. 54, South. Gun, gun. Check 50. Check 50. He's checking. He's 20. 27.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And this is going to be incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And some strong running. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here, and sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. The game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get one play before the 2-minute warning. This is Howard on second down. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 1:59 to go in the first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. 3rd and 11. And some extra depth to the secondary here. They're in the dime. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one, much more like lead.
Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They go play action here on 1st down. Looking downfield for Jones. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Wait a second. They did not accept that after the incompletion. Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's free yards.
Hey, 18.
They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. He's going to air one out. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 49 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Trubisky on 1st down. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Trubisky will throw. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only
blitz coming, and down he goes.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Let's go.
They go play action with Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. And he can't hang on. He had a good shot there for his third pick of the game. Instead, it's third down. The Falcons on third down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Final play of the half. It's Ryan. He's airing it out for Sanu. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard battle. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of the team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And nearly intercepted. That would have been a hat trick, his third pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, you know, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Tech McKinley in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. Now Trubisky. Open man is Miller. He's got it. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the 1st half.
Now Trubisky lost the football. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Trubisky now off the bootleg. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Here's Trubisky to throw. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Grady Jarrett with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Now Trubisky to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
And this will be taken at the 13. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And out will come the offense as they take over. So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense,
we've
got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. The 30, 10, 5, touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. And the Falcons add on. Well, look, this is a team, Charles. They faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division. But they're putting it all together here in the wild card game. Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game. A message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football. Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive. They need points. Big time. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Being chased out left. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open. Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there. Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now. They'll set up the screen to Howard. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. A loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now second and 13. Here's Trubisky. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it. Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated. Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him. The Bears on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is going to be third and 13. Throwing here, Trubisky. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Now a play fake here on first down. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Khalil Mack's starting to get a really big-time reputation as a pass rusher, and rightly so. So explosive off the edge getting to the quarterback. But he doesn't neglect his run duties as well. How about that tackle right there? Such a package he has, able to play the run and the pass so well.
He's going to look deep down the field. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's fourth.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A very solid gain of 27. Looking to throw Trubisky on first down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or playing the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
It really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. Finding Gabriel complete. That one goes for 29 yards on third down.
A Hall of Fame coach once said, there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch?
Excellent. They know, hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or two. You got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
You see it? Hey, 18.
Trubisky to throw again. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Allen Robinson from 13 yards out. And the Bears cut into that lead. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no zero. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. That'll be taken in the end zone. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Well, a clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And the Bears take over. Onto the field now come the Bears. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On 1st down, Trubisky. Completion left side to Miller. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time?
It's caught inside the 25. Trubisky hitting Robinson for a big one. 43 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there. Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Hurry.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now it's Trubisky. And he rifles one incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now it's Trubisky. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Taylor Gabriel from 8 yards out, and the Bears get a bit closer. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, Ryan. flush to his right. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a first down, and that catch also puts him at 150 yards receiving now for the game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one goes for 24 yards. Ryan now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now Ryan. And finding the tight end Hooper. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
12.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The Falcons on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Gun.
From the shotgun, Ryan. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Now Ryan. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Coleman now. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guy.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Tevin Coleman, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons will extend their lead. And the lead will grow by 1 more. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here."
And this will be caught at the 30. Trubisky hitting Robinson for a big one. 49 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 23. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. They run, Devontae Freeman. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Ito Smith, his first carry. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth. The Falcons on third down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Ryan to throw. And that is incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And they'll go ahead and down this one right on the chalk of the 20-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They go play action here on 1st down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now Trubisky. He'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. Give him 2 yards on that play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
In the mirror, how could you face that? Mask on, don't even know where my face at. Plenty don't even know where waste at. All these in the room, how could you waste that? Huh? Why would you chase that? It's a never-ending run on this racetrack. No matter what, I'ma stay black. It's a never-ending run on this racetrack. Need more jewelry. What I tell myself as I'm writing my eulogy. Ask the mirror, how you put up with this foolery? In reply, how you put up with this song and dance, all this buffoonery. Long romance, death, what it do to me? Your Yamagini dream was a nightmare.